I've heard an awful lot about this Clarence guy. He lives just across from some bigwig. Isn't this just across from the guy who got stuck in his apartment and couldn't leave? I've heard an awful lot about this guy, but, I've never met him, and I wonder what he's like. I've been like... Oh, hello. I've been trying to decide whether or not I think well of Clarence mostly or not, haven't I? Go on, let's spend these. I think I need more. Let's go. Let's increase in hack. Let's do that. I think I probably should have picked something like long guns or whatever I was working towards last time, like determination probably or inspiration. But I'll have more time to do that. And we got another perk, which means I'm going to take concentrated fire.
Welcome to the
Hello,
Musgrave
Nina
Family
Prescott.
Collection. Still a work in progress.
Yeah, you haven't even put the sign up. Hello.
If you're here for the annual Canid review, I'm afraid it's already over.
Damn it.
Only
Oh,
thing going
that's
on behind those
crushing
doors
that I've
is
missed
good,
that.
old-fashioned lawful behavior. This greeting constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose the location or existence of these events. Thank you for cooperating.
Gladly. Canid review. I didn't know anything about a Canid review.
Exactly. You do catch on fast. Now then, how can I help you?
I'm looking for Clarence mostly.
Mr. Mostley is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not officially enter his Canid Laplace into our competition. You should find Mr. Mostley just inside the prep room. Head inside and take the door to your left.
But you're very obliging, Miss Prescott. Also, I would like to say, I'm looking for Clarence mostly. Sounds like I'm only partly looking for him. I'm looking for Clarence, mostly. I don't know, there's a connotation there. It sounds a little odd. What's with all the secrecy? This place is exactly hard to find. It's in the middle of Byzantium, and whatever a Canid review is, you don't want anyone knowing about it. Seems like the wrong place to hold it, but then again, you know, I feel like you put it down in Monarch near Fulbrook, wouldn't you? If you were doing something illegal. But here we are, capital city. Why not?
We find that our clients enjoy the appearance of participating in illegal activities. Secrecy contributes to a feeling of indecency.
This kind of thing's pretty common. Bijou's used to do a prison-themed night. Served fish sticks with tartarus sauce.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh yeah. Prison-themed night was the best. Plus, they gave away limited edition designer handcuffs. The Musgrave
Very
Family
nice. Very
Collection
useful,
was
I imagine.
intended to be a gallery of fine art. And here we are, using this place to practice semi-legal Canid shows.
Semi-legal. Is that it?
Scandalous, isn't it?
Gotta love the quality. You said this place was supposed to be an art gallery. What happened?
That's privileged information. I really shouldn't tell you.
But you're going to anyway. Ooh, can I charm? I thought you were into breaking rules. Should I try the charm or should I try the persuade 60? For some reason, I'm gonna hit her with the charm.
That's a fair point.
Yep.
All right, I'll tell you. But just keep this between us. The Musgraves
Naturally.
own one of Earth's largest private collections of art and literature. They were going to have the entire collection shipped all the way to Halcyon. Unfortunately, that collection never arrived. We haven't heard anything from the delivery convoy, and there's some purely hypothetical concern that the collection might be, well...
Stolen?
I was going to say indefinitely delayed by unforeseen and unknowable circumstances, but yes. Let's go with that.
Do you want me to hunt down
Anyway,
your gallery?
That's as much as I can tell you. Will there be anything else?
Excuse me. No, there will not, apparently. Alright. So you've lost an art gallery? Well, that's impressive. I've never lost something so much as an art gallery.
Between the two of us, I hope this doesn't become a tradition. Not looking forward to the next annual Canid review? Not looking forward to the Canids. Odious things. I don't know why we let them prance around the city.
Prance? Alright. Ooh.
Ugh, I've always hated these things. Basically sprats with an attitude.
The people or the... or the Canids? Are these supposed to be fighting? They just look like... It just looks like a display of actually quite impressive and pretty Canids, but... I like this purple one over here. That's not a bad one. Whose is this? Nanos. Excellent design. I like that color combination. Basically glows in the dark. Alright. It's just a bunch of aristos looking at... Not even hound fighting, just hound aggression? I'm not entirely sure what they're supposed to be doing. They're just growling at each other.
It's a brilliant idea.
Is this about Canid hunting? We've been over this before.
I've hunted a lot of Canids, it's not a terrible idea. No one's gonna miss a few backwater laborers. Alright. Ah, there you are, Mr. Mostly. You have an odd name. And an eye patch as well. How do you do?
Hey, Maverick Johnston's newest star. I've got a question for you. Do you know the interesting thing about...
Isn't that a thing I did? Excuse me? Trick question. There isn't anything interesting about Canid shows.
Oh, but there is, if one possesses an eye for statistics. Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about Canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough Canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility.
Clarence, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you telling me this?
Oh, I've been told I should try to socialize more. Sharing an interesting fact is a proven method of endearing oneself to a stranger.
I think there are better ways
I'm
to do it, man.
actuary, you see. Well, not entirely. The actuarial sciences are more of a passion than a profession. So I suppose that makes me mostly an actuary. That's a bit of a family joke.
Yes, thank you.
I'm Clarence Mostly.
That name sounds familiar. Mostly Fine Furniture Company, right?
Yes, that's us. Mostly oak trees, too. My grandfather invented them, you know. Well,
Very
no,
nicely
he
done.
didn't invent mostly oaks, but he did purchase the naming rights back during the terraforming days. It's essentially the same thing.
Money-wise, yeah, sure. Listen, I've been looking for you. You're the last known staff member on Project Gorgon.
Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph. It's
No.
true, I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party.
Not an option, and also... Come on, man. You want to keep living in this moment? Show me how to lift the emergency lockdown. You're a bit late. Some mysterious figure already sent me cryptic warnings.
Let me hazard a guess. You didn't listen then, and you're not about to listen now.
Nope. Right on the money. I don't think he was the one sending me the message. I'm certain he wasn't, actually. Yeah, no, I'm going to be laconic. Right on the money.
Then I don't see the point in wasting a well-calculated argument on the virtues of self-preservation.
I need to lift the lockdown on Gorgon's manufactory. Can you show me how?
Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know two people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason.
Well, I could intimidate him. I was hired to find a journal. I'm just trying to do my job. Something horrible happened on Gorgon. I'm just trying to uncover the truth. I don't really think he cares. Alright. Bit of intimidation. How's this for a reason? I'm heavily armed.
Right, of course. Thank you for reminding me. Point well taken. I want a favor.
I imagine he just tapped his sidearm.
Do something for me, and I'll do something for you. That way, we don't have to rely on mutual trust. The grand
Really?
prize
You are
trophy
actually
to the Canid
after
revue.
I threaten your
I
life,
want
you're
it
going
in
to
my
ask a tit for
hands.
tat.
Get me that trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have.
I mean, I feel like I should threaten him again. Because once you've threatened a man once, it seems a little weird not to threaten him twice. It almost seems like an insult. Alright, fine. What's so important about a trophy?
My Canid, Laplace, is statistically superior to every other Canid in this review. Better average sprinting time, superior gait coefficient, optimal anatomical symmetry. I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see. That trophy rightfully belongs to him.
That might be the most Byzantium thing I've ever heard.
Oh, you're much too kind. Does this mean you'll do it?
I'll be back with the trophy.
Head into the main hall and take the elevator down into the maintenance
I think he took it as a
tunnels.
compliment.
You'll find a service passage that leads up into the trophy room. The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about it, over by the podium.
I know what I'm doing, Clarence, thanks. Before I go, there was something else.
What's on your mind?
So I found this eye.
My eye! I was wondering where I'd misplaced that old thing. It's perfectly preserved, you know.
I noticed.
Every eye possesses unique dimensions, not unlike a fingerprint. The circumference, the shape, the color of the iris. An eye makes excellent proof of identification, assuming you don't mind removing one.
So how'd you lose it?
I'd rather not get into the details. If Spacer's Choice ever asks you to test out their new model of monocle, just say no.
You took an eye patch instead. Do you want your eye back? I mean, I don't really want this thing in my pocket. I don't know if you can just stuff it back into your skull, but... I mean, maybe you should have it. I might need it, but... I'll just give it to you.
That's rather responsible of you. I'll put a good word in your permanent record.
Apparently that increased my reputation with the board because I gave the man his eye back.
What's on your mind?
I just feel like it's a nice thing to do. Tell me a bit more about Project Gorgon.
At the moment, nothing. I have a one-track mind. I can't stop thinking about that trophy. Why isn't it in my hands? When is it going to be in my hands? And so on and so forth.
Right.
You get me that Best in Show trophy, and it'll clear my mind right up.
Can I not just threaten this man? Fine. I'll get you your stupid trophy. Golden Canid trophy. Someone by the podium, right? I'm looking for... not Milburn Holtz, right? Someone by the... What's a podium? What does that look like? Tilda Coatsworth. That's what I was looking for. Hello! Someone asked me to talk to you about me stealing some stuff, but I'm not going to steal some stuff, so don't tell anyone I'm going to steal some stuff.
This is a private party.
Oh, I've got the same fedora as you.
No vagabonds. No freelancers. If you're here to offer your services as an entertainer, we're not interested.
That's a really nice looking trophy you got over there.
Why, thank you. It's custom made for our Canid review, which ended a few days ago. The Judiciary Committee is still deliberating over the winner. In 8 to 10 short weeks, we'll have the name of a winner. Probably. That gives us 8 to 10 weeks to file a maintenance request. Our technician barred the vault door and then disappeared without a trace. Can you believe that?
Unbelievable. Whatever happened to competent help? I'm gonna talk their language.
Now you're speaking my language. The Musgrave Vault contracted a security consultant from UDL. They sent a technician to install a few security upgrades. anti-dissident automechanicals and the like. That technician barred the vault, but neglected to leave us with a way in from here. He wasn't seen leaving the security room, so I can't imagine where he's gone off to.
I imagine he got dissidented. Isn't there another way into the trophy room, you know? Something like maintenance, tunnels, hypothetically speaking?
The tunnels are guarded by automechanical security. I don't look nearly boorish enough to resemble a UDL guard, so they'd probably shoot me on sight. In any case, I'd rather not step foot in the tunnels. The tunnels are for disposing of unwanted refuse, and no place for a respectable Byzantine.
Well, I can find a way into the vault for you if you don't want to have your hands dirty.
Your eagerness to serve your betters is commendable. Here's a key card. It should help you get around inside the tunnels. Now, was there anything else? I'd like to get back to mastering over the ceremonies, or people might question why I have this role at all.
Mastering over the ceremonies while the committee debates the victor in a contest for weeks. And you are the master of it. That's how that works.
Canid hunting I object to, it's the impropriety.
No, not the impropriety. My goodness, could you imagine such a thing? Fine, alright. Alright, this way. We're going into the tunnels so the, you know, the high and mighty here don't have to, you know, get any filth on their fingernails. Increase the costs at their manicurist. Okay, there are some more mechanicals around here that we'll have to worry about. I'll probably find a way to shut them down, hopefully. Unlock with technician's keycard. Light assault rifle Mark III. Ooh. And immediately found another technician's keycard. So if I need two, I've got it. Okay. Can I take this guy out?
Hushing up.
Adjacent automat beginning security patrol.
Alright. They hit hard.
That's the last of them.
Yeah. I didn't want to be quite that loud. But no more mechanicals. I'm hoping I can shut them down at some point if I can find a terminal. I picked up a pair of shears, apparently. Okay. Installation log. Completed scheduled annual sanitation and repair Musgrave family vault. Applied kinderpine-scented floor wax. Appraised area in accordance with Byzantium aesthetic standards. See HHC Board Aesthetics Interior Regulations Section 33F. Relocated garbage. Installed anti-dissident automechanicals in order to ensure moral and civil hygiene. 4A note tampering with, altering or otherwise disabling moral hygiene automechanicals is strictly prohibited under board regulations and delivered a complimentary mint. Lovely. I'm gonna find a way to disable them at large, but I'm quite happy to disable a few of them. Improved silver tongue. Mr. N. Okay, I might replace some of my... If I can replace any of my armor with that. Improved tech kit. Interesting. Improved mods for stuff. Yeah, yep.
Nice going.
Is that it? It was just the two of them then? I thought there might be more. Let's just clear out the rest of the exterior walkway here. I don't know. Maybe I didn't need that so much. That key card. I don't think I needed it at all. I mean, in theory, if you couldn't have the perception check or whatever it was, where the hell are alien Felix gone? Doom. Yeah, I found it. They're not coming up here, apparently. Ooh. The most dangerous game. Damn shame I can't hack this. Oh, hello, guys. Here you are.
You know, stealing from these assholes is its own reward.
I couldn't agree more. I'm not going to fix it. Let's leave it. Just because she was a dick. I'm gonna take it back the other way. I'm sure this can't backfire. Also, why would I, you know, steal from them and then fix their problem? Obfuscate for a bit. You know, you could have commissioned your own trophy and just had your own thing. You didn't need to steal. Like, stealing it is, it's being awarded it that's the impressive bit. You're probably going to be fired soon. Haha. Got your thing.
You know, the careers of 9 out of 13 actors end after their debut series.
I remember doing something like that, but I don't remember it. I wasn't aware he broadcast my cut. I wasn't sure. Alright, I didn't get the job, did I? He told me he'd call me back later and never did. Anyway, today's your lucky day, Clarence. I've got your trophy.
My trophy! Look at this thing. Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite?
Yes.
If only
Yes, I have.
Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts.
Okay, so Mostly is in fact a bit of a dick.
When I say I had my doubts about you, nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly.
Or at the very least, he's, you know, quite substantially on the spectrum. Names and locations, Clarence. I don't have all day.
Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry.
You said.
Access to those facilities requires authorizations from 2 senior-level researchers, Marion Blakeslee, Jasper Lowe.
Okay,
They went
one
into
of them I've
hiding
read
after
about.
The project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error.
You use statistical analysis to figure out their locations. Show me your math. Math. Show me your maths.
I see you're familiar with my technique. I'd love to show you my numbers, but there aren't nearly enough napkins in this room. After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables, calculated the average lifespan.
I just remembered it. I don't actually care how you did it.
I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the 2 most likely survivors are Marion Blakeslee and Jasper Lowe.
You haven't been able to let go of Project Gorgon either.
Nonsense. I just needed a good old-fashioned statistical problem to busy my mind. Keeps the faculties lubricated.
Are those 2 researchers the only other survivors?
As far as I know, Jasper Lowe and Marion Blakeslee are the only 2 surviving researchers with high-level clearance. If you want to lift the lockdown on the manufactory, you'll need to send an override from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. I'm afraid it's the only way.
Alright. I need 2 different overrides to lift 1 lockdown? Why is nothing in this colony ever simple?
I know it feels like you're being led on. What is that colorful metaphor commoners use? A wild sprat chase?
Doesn't roll off the
Remember,
tongue as well.
This is Spacer's Choice we're talking about. Their security protocols are just as inefficient and frustrating as their manufacturing.
Right, I've got some questions about these researchers.
I'll tell you what I can.
Marion Blakeslee.
Dr. Marion Blakeslee supervised the Human Inquiry and Auditing Facility. Live subjects, measuring tape and syringes, that sort of thing. Someone sabotaged the facility. Blakeslee tendered her resignation and vanished. I'm reasonably certain she's hiding in a maintenance bay on Groundbreaker.
I'll be hopping all over the system. You sure it was sabotage?
Well, With Spacer's choice equipment, who even knows? Dr. Blakeslee tendered her resignation lawfully, but under suspicious circumstances. If you want to know more, you'd best ask her yourself.
She may have rebelled. You're asking me to trust your hunch.
I'm asking you to trust in the predictive power of data.
So your hunch.
Dr. Blakeslee may have
Assuming you've
disappeared
got
after the
enough data to
sabotage
calculate
incident,
it.
but the trajectory of her life was implied in her permanent record.
And Jasper Law?
Dr. Lowe described
Lowe?
himself as a dazzling genius in his review. I disagreed. Of the 19 criteria that constitute the rubric of genius, Dr. Lowe only met 15.
What a moron.
After the project shut down, corporate traded him off to Anti-Cleo in exchange for 5 lab coats. He's been transferred to an orbital lab around Olympus.
Doesn't ring a bell, but okay. Must have been some fancy lab coats.
No, Captain. Lab coats. As in scientists.
Is your captain always this dense? How are you all still alive?
I live for risk.
Let's get back on topic.
Ellie!
We'll find Dr. Lowe
I'm
in
standing
an
right
orbital
here.
lab around Olympus.
Alright, is there anything else I need to ask him?
What's on your mind?
I think I got everything. Okay. Oh, no, hold on.
Never cared much for hors d'oeuvres. The word is just grotesque. All those superfluous letters ruin my appetite.
Welcome to the French language. I want to talk about
Let's try to keep it down,
Project
shall
Gorgon,
we?
because you would only talk about
Let's
it once.
pretend we're being
You
discreet.
got the...
There's not a lot about
trophy.
Project Gorgon I can tell you. I know that's not what you wanted to hear, but I closed that chapter in my life. I've moved on.
Well, any bit of information helps, as you as a scientist should rightly know. I promise, I'm not looking for any trouble, I just want information.
Look, don't tell anyone I said this. But if there's anything I've learned by living in Byzantium, it's this. If you go looking for the truth, you are looking for trouble.
Well,
All
Trouble's my
right.
middle name.
Ask your questions.
Marcus Trouble
And
Ashikaga.
then if you don't mind, don't mention Project Gorgon anywhere near me again.
I don't want to... look, we're not going to become buddies, okay? So let's just get this out of the way and, you know, you can move on with your life and I can move on with my quest. Does the name Minnie Ambrose mean anything to you?
Minnie Ambrose. Oh, Olivia's brat. Ambitious, but like the rest of her family, irrelevant. She tried following her mother's example, failed, and if she ever tried again, I couldn't tell you. The name Ambrose doesn't mean anything to me anymore, or to anyone halfway respectable. The Ambroses are, how do I put this politely, obsolete?
Why? What happened?
A family's name is only as strong as its enterprise. The Musgraves have Rizzos, and the Schuyler's have Anti-Cleo, and so we show those names the respect they deserve. The Ambrose name was associated with Project Gorgon. The project died, and so the Ambrose name died with it. That's just the way the game is played.
So, if Minnie can somehow revive... It's possible, okay. If Minnie can in some way revive the tech that they were working on Project Gorgon, it might restate her position in the colony. And that also might explain why... Well, it might explain something, but I'm not entirely sure. If that person who tried to talk to me earlier was Olivia Ambrose, then it would... well, it could imply that either Olivia Ambrose is trying to retain her family name or working against her daughter. But anyway, why did Project Gorgon need an actuary?
Project Gorgon was designed to change the life of every worker on Halcyon. We weren't just building a product, we were trying to build a society. How many workers call Halcyon their home? What do they eat and when? How long do they sleep? How hard do they work? What are their most productive years? When do their organs begin to fail? That's the nature of my work. I study human life in order to determine its value. Jewelers appraise diamonds, and I appraise people.
You know, I officially don't like you anymore. You can't break someone's life down into an equation. People aren't numbers. Mr. Mosley here is going to disagree.
Of course you can. You can break the entire universe down into numbers and statistics. Human beings are as much a part of the universe as weather patterns and orbital mechanics.
Right, so we got your philosophy. You must have left Gorgon for a reason then. What happened?
It's complicated. I'll be honest, I didn't join Project Gorgon because I wanted to satisfy my intellectual curiosity.
For the money?
I was courting the daughter of
Oh,
a
no.
Spacer's Choice family. We were a mathematically congruent match, you see.
Mathematically
I had the
congruent.
proofs all written out and everything.
How romantic. So what exactly went wrong?
Everything.
Your calculations?
Every project has a margin of failure. We expect setbacks, complications, delays. Project Gorgon experienced a cascade failure. One mistake precipitated another, and another, and another.
Could you describe one or two of those
The lab
mistakes?
failed to develop a safe drug. Human Inquiry failed to perform their tests responsibly. An unsafe drug tested on unhealthy subjects by irresponsible supervisors. That's Project Gorgon.
So the project fell apart and your test subjects became marauders.
Anarchy is not a crime. It is a symptom. The undisciplined workplace secretes anarchy the way our glands secrete enzymes. It's a principle of science.
I'm not sure it is.
Sabotage came first. The chem lab, Human Inquiry, even my own office.
Okay, that was the
Sabotage
loss of the
broke
data.
discipline of our workplace, leading to confusion, leading to escaped subjects, leading to anarchy.
So you definitely don't blame yourself. Your hands aren't clean, Clarence. You were part of Project Gorgon.
I know. Project Gorgon was a failure of leadership. Leadership to which I belonged. I should have pushed for stricter supervision. We gave the other departments too much freedom and not enough oversight. Spare the rod, spoil the servant.
Now the staff are all dead and missing. You're the only one wearing a tracker.
No one appreciates the value of good data. The holistic surveillance device I wear is an invaluable tool, gathering data on all my day-to-day activities.
So you like being
My
monitored.
former colleagues can go into hiding.
I'm
and
not
live
here
in
to kink
ignorance
shame,
for
but-
all I care. I prefer the self-examined life.
No more questions. Yep, no, don't like Clarence. Don't like him at all. He's a douchebag. Alright, time to get out of here. Auxiliary Maintenance Bay. I think we'll go to the Groundbreaker first. Yeah. Thanks. Your boss is an ass. Actually, I don't think he's your boss. Whoever owns Auntie Cleo's is, I think, your boss. Though I'm not entirely sure. Alright, back to the Unreliable and then to the Groundbreaker. We'll go speak with this Blakeslee person, I think her name was.
Someone has left a threatening message on your terminal, Captain. I was unable to trace its origin. Please make a note of it.
Log it with the rest. Alright, let's
Welcome
listen
back,
to it.
Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Threatening... Oh, no, hold on. You mentioned an ether... No. On my terminal. My terminal's in my room. Okay. Cool. Threatening message. Oh, buddy. Thought you were gonna ask me something.
I so enjoy watching you sleep for hours on end, Captain. It's quite entertaining the way you drool and whimper.
Remind me to reprogram you, Ada. Alright. Wow. Seems like something went weird here. Okay, new message. From origin not found. Did you wipe all my other messages, by the way? What a handsome vessel you have, little weasel. The Unreliable, registered to one Alex Hawthorne. But that's not you, is it? You stole it from him, just as you intend to steal Gorgon from me. Perhaps I should steal something dear from you in exchange. Your ship, your crew, your life. Fair is fair, after all. Hack 60, scan proximate relay buoy. Cluster B001004. I need Hack 95 to probe message origin ID. Okay, return to route. There's nothing else new in here. I need Hack 95. Just a question. I don't suppose that would affect... What's my hack at? 90, but I don't think it includes... No, I don't think it includes the people who are on the ship with me. I act as a single person. That's a bit of a shame. And hack 95. You know, if I get another upgrade and I put it into hack, I'll be able to actually do that. Oh no, not anymore. What did that do? The man in high orbit? I don't think that actually got me anywhere, but I wasn't able to hack or get the information I needed. Alright. That's a shame. I don't know what they intend to do. I'm fairly certain... Okay, if that is Olivia Ambrose, it means she wants to keep Gorgon to herself in some way. Which could mean she's trying to basically revive her research, or it could mean that she's just trying to keep it out of the general consciousness of the world. Doesn't necessarily mean that she's evil, but it doesn't look good. Auxiliary maintenance bay. There's a new destination on Groundbreaker.
The Groundbreaker auxiliary base.
Okay. Anyone know anything about this? Bhavati, did your girlfriend mention this to you?
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern. You want to ask about anything in particular, Captain?
No. Apparently not. I'm gonna bring Pavati with on this one. She'd know more about the boat. I'll keep Felix. But I'm taking Pavati with to the Groundbreaker. Alright.
Where are we headed?
There might be new
You want to
information.
ask about anything in particular, Captain? It sure is lonely out here on the edge of the colony.
Why was your text white there for a second? Alright. So, this is an abandoned part of the Groundbreaker, and it's an entire new section. Gardener Sprout. Gardener Lookout. I think those guys are probably hostile. So, here's what we're going to do. We are going to armor up. You are going to wear the... What is it? You've got the MSI armor. Pavati. You're in the... This one. Alright. And we just got to get to the botanical lab.
Look at these hull heads, walking around like they run the place.
Hello. Oh, they're not hostile.
You, over here. Chat.
Hi. We don't necessarily need to fight.
Whoa,
What's up?
whoa, it's Riz. Fucking damn it. Every time.
Former Riz's employee, were you?
So, hey, you trespass. And I'm armed. Maybe take a second look at your life choices, pal.
You sound intoxicated. Hang on, what were you starting to say back there?
Jimmy used to work security for
You know him.
Rizzo's before he got fired for... What was it again? Rank incompetence and gross odor? Or was it gross incompetence and rank odor?
Oh, you think you're funny, kid? You want to hear a little jingle? I'll get your head ringing.
Hey, let's all just relax. Ignore Felix, he has that effect on assholes. No, let's not.
Ah, come on, boss. I was just having a bit of fun at this idiot's expense. That ain't a crime, right?
It is if you get shot in the face.
You're lucky you're running with new friends, Felix.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking for someone. Name of Marion Blakeslee.
Yeah, I know that lady. I know she's looking for, solitude. She hired us to make sure no one comes sniffing around. Guess that's bad news for your plan there.
It's important. I'm sure she'd make an exception.
What, after 5 years? Pretty sure she's serious about a little stint in solitary. Anyway, Blakeslee's given us standing orders to strongly discourage anyone who tries to come in. I like to, extrapolate from there.
Does Junlai know you're down here? That's her name.
We ain't subversives. We're gainfully employed. This is a private contract. Miss Junlei can't get too mad if we rough up some trespassers.
One of them is her girlfriend,
Especially
so
if I was nice enough to warn him first.
I think she'd make an exception. She might get a little steamed if you hurt her girlfriend.
Huh?
Hi, I'm the girlfriend.
Oh, shit. Fine, fine. You want to check out the lab? Go for it. We won't stop you. But Blakeslee's got her own setup in there, and she doesn't like guests. So, if you get shot, I'm telling Junlei I never saw you.
Well, that was... that was, a good idea of me to bring you in here. I mostly just thought she'd want to be on the Groundbreaker in general. I wasn't actually expecting we come to a new area. Oh, high society cigarettes. I won't take those. I thought it was a card of some description. Alright.
This is great. We don't have to beat up miscreants for them anymore.
You're beating miscreants up for, your for yourselves. I'm getting very good at predicting this game.
This must be a step up from force factories, huh?
Alright, let's just go. Get done what we need to do. She won't be happy about us, but, you know.
I thought I made myself clear. Wait, what's with this camera? Hello? Damn it. Look, I get it. Some people need things spelled out for them. I'm sure one of the auto mechanicals can explain.
Right, she really does not want to be interrupted, and I think the auto mechanicals are going to be a problem. Regardless of whether or not we've told the soldiers to give us a pass. Mind you, the auto mechanicals seem to be destroyed. I think someone got here before us. Oh, there we go. Combat drones. I wonder if there's a way to shut you down. Maybe in the toilet. We'll just go past them. Alright, I can hear the mechanicals. This way is barred, so I gotta go around. Alright, through these combat drones. Really thought... I think I've lost... I had a Mr. Zap on my last gun. Shock damage received plus 25%. No, I'm good. I've got enough perks for the time being. I don't think I've got anything specifically I want. The Zap helped... did more damage to... presumably to... mechanicals. So I assumed... Really? I didn't even... Why have that one be hackable if you're gonna have it connected to open doors? Ew, you're doing experimentation on mantis.
Observation log, date, who knows. Subject number, well, let's call him Percy. Percy here has discovered the secret to success. He has lifted the veil and found the pattern. He wakes up, he listens for that bell 3 times a day. Food lands from the sky. He eats, he waits. Life is easy. But the second your molt comes in, pal...
You're done. So you don't turn into a full mantis. Okay, so she's doing animal experimentation. Another mod. I'll take that. This might be your office. Or an office. Okay, more mechanicals. I wonder if there'll be a way to shut them down. Sometimes there is. Here we go. Shit. Okay. What are my skills at? Let me check. Character, skills, hack. I haven't got... who the hell is the good hacker? I need 95. I'm on 75. Which means I'm on 80 base. Now, don't I have something to just... Stealth skills plus 5. Dialogue skills. It's lockpick. Baka. I wonder if I can actually manage it. Stealth skills minus 5. Okay. Now it goes up to 90. Now. Melee weapon plus 5. Can I put something on someone that increases their skills? Stealth skills. 5. I wonder if this is how it's gonna work. They've got a hat. I don't suppose if Parvati was wearing her normal clothes. No. By 5. That's very annoying.
Yeah, boss?
Sorry. Sorry, hang on. It's lockpick Parvati can do. Then who the hell did hack?
Yeah, boss?
Can I don't suppose I can get you to bring out... Vicar.
Whatever you say, boss. I'll see you back there.
Alright. I've sent Felix back. I want to run back to... I'm going to run back to the ship and pick up... I think it's the Vicar. Am I encumbered? I can't be encumbered. Oh, yeah, because I... You know what I did? I should have sent him back. That was a mistake. I thought there was a way to, like, send someone back. And then... Ooh, there's another thing here. And then basically ask them to send another to replace them. I think that might be a skill you can get.
Observation log. Well, never mind. Hybridization efforts have proven successful.
Hybridization experimentation. Interesting.
Meanwhile, the psychological benefits of gardening are difficult to assess without a control group. Subjective reflection suggests minor gains in memory retention and contentment.
Is that all? Alright, I'm going to crawl back to the ship and pick up whoever's my hacking skill, and then I'm going to come back, because it's not that far out of the way, and the ship's just over here. So everything should be good. And I think that terminal will shut down the automechanicals. Which is why I'm doing it. Okay, I've got Vicar Max with me. He's my he's my hacking specialist, and Sam can also do it as well. But now I can hack into this. Let's check the maintenance logs. 943 entries found. Let's read entry 1. Memory allocations exceeded. Archive data expunged. Retrieving recent entries. Fine. 773, or 733 rather. Multiple entries found. Catastrophic memory error. Data expunged. Note that entries 734 to 942 have all been mislabeled as 773 due to human error resulting in loss of... L key is stuck... this damn machine, so everything's completely broken. Warning, remove all electrical devices from the vicinity before proceeding. User is liable for any ensuing damage to equipment or personnel. Confirm watering cycle initiation. Thank you for your botanical needs. And that should shut down, presumably, all of the automechanicals in there, because, you know, they don't respond well to water. Oh, I can barely break into this one. That's okay. By the way, I considered going back and replace it, once I'd done that, to replace Vicar Max with someone else, but I think I'm gonna keep him just for this bit. Alright, that's our way in. Let's unbar the way out. If I can find the way to do that. Okay. Just thinking there might be a doorway back from whence I came to unbar so I can come back down here. Yeah, there it is. This is the way that was barred earlier. Yeah, we've noticed, Vicar. Talked about almost nothing else. Hi, didn't work. What's up? I'm breaking your solitude.
Oh, wait, hang on. I can't hear a damn thing. Just gonna shut this thing off.
I hope it's not too important.
Marion Blakeslee, what can I do for you, Mr. Home Invasion?
I wouldn't be here if it weren't very important. I'm here to collect your credentials on behalf of Space's Choice. Let's not lie for this one. This is silly. I need to get into the HIA facility on Gorgon.
Spacer's Choice send you? Took your sweet time.
You didn't want me here.
Gorgon? I holed up in a forgotten cargo bay of a rotting colony ship just so I could never hear that name again.
Well, here I am.
Here you are.
I tracked down Clarence Mostly. That got me onto your trail.
That bastard. Is he still only mostly worthless, or has he achieved mathematical perfection in that regard?
He's pretty useless.
Yeah, most people don't change much. Clarence lacks the attention span for this sort of thing. Someone wants to dig up the past, and you're the shovel, right?
Correct. I'm the diamond-tipped drill bit. That might be misinterpreted. I'm after Olivia Ambrose's journal.
That's so? Long way to go for notes on a failed project. Corporate demanded a product they could throw onto shelves. That put the squeeze on low at Chem to develop formulas. Samples. But how do you know if the product works? You run tests, see what happens. That's where human inquiry and auditing came in.
Yes.
I ran HIA, and HIA ran the tests again and again and again.
And failed,
and
or...
what happens is a whole lot of wasted time and even more bodies.
And marauders. So what was Spacer's Choice testing for?
You've heard the adverts, right? Work day and night, still feel refreshed the next morning.
Yes.
Now what we tested for was dexterity, efficiency, compliance. The traits of a good employee. Numbers never came out right. I could have pumped gallons of those chemicals into every living soul in this colony. Wouldn't have changed that. What we got was marauders.
So Spacer's Choice knew about the effects from the beginning.
Yeah, good luck making that one stick. It's in the fine print, you know. Whatever was in those chemicals, it didn't matter what tests we ran. We kept getting the same results. The proto-adrena time solution was both monstrously addictive and had catastrophic effects on the psyche and intellect. A real boon to the colony.
So why didn't you stop the tests?
I was a good scientist. I had to have wound up on that asteroid for a reason. I worked so hard. We all get stuck in our own patterns. Magical thinking. That was mine.
You're still doing experimentations. And how'd that work out for you?
Regrets don't add up to much. Anyway, it turned out it couldn't go on forever. Someone sabotaged the facility, freed the test subjects. Spacer's Choice wasn't getting much use out of us anymore, so they shuttered the project, kicked Adrena Time out the door. And I came here.
Then can you get me inside HIA? I want to ask that question of, but I've taken Adrena Time. Because that feels like there was some information behind there. Either I'm going to go insane, or they've changed the formula.
Indulge a scientist. What do you want out of this investigation of yours? Trying to liven up your memoir?
Probably do well. Trying to spice up Chapter 3. Just a job, simple as that.
Yeah, well, people don't tend to exhume the past just so they can bury it again somewhere nicer. Your crew feel the same? Heck of a world out here for the shy types.
What do you get out of headbutting murderous automechanicals for your captain here?
A family. Or something near to it.
Aww.
We don't always get along or nothing, but what family does?
Fair enough. That's all I've got. Here. I still have
Van Vicker didn't have anything to say about
that. I
that.
don't feel like hanging on to it anymore. Made my exit the moment the project started falling apart. Had to steal some credentials. This should get you into the volunteer induction entrance.
Rest, I presume, is my problem. You hacked into the Spacer's Choice database? I don't feel like killing her much. I don't hate her, particularly. But then again, she is evil.
Please. I just messaged people with fake demands for their passwords. That's when they didn't just leave codes written down on pieces of paper. If
The majority of hacking in real life.
A simple facility lockdown, I'd be working for Rizzo's. That'll get you inside. What you do from there, that's up to you.
Any advice? I must have known the facility pretty well.
Come on. I've left it behind me.
It's in front of me. You know, I'll bet folks on the Groundbreaker would just love to meet Marion Blakeslee. Famed florist.
You wouldn't.
You're the behavioral expert, you tell me.
Damn it. Fine. Fine, here, I remember one of my access codes. Just punch in the keypad equivalent for replication. Should get you into the offices. Maybe get you to my terminal a little sooner.
Thank you.
Go test that persistence of yours out on Gorgon.
I want to ask more questions.
Yeah. I'll make sure the auto mechanicals don't bother you on the way out.
They didn't bother me on the way in. And there's the level up. Alright, fine. I'm gonna put the rest into hack. I think I need it. So that way I don't have to have you around as much. I just want to check about that question.
I'd offer you wine or something, but I don't really want you to stay.
Okay, so what are you doing here? What's all this machinery?
Generators mostly, when they work. I've only got so many instruction manuals.
Might not want to walk too close to some of this wiring, ma'am. I don't think any of it's been grounded.
On the Groundbreaker. Can you tell me anything about the asteroid itself? What's the story with the gardeners, anyway?
Tryhards, incompetent or unlucky enough to get themselves fired. Probably missed their bludgeoning quotas. They were milling around the back bays. We had some colorful negotiations. I talked them into keeping watch for me. Not hard. They were itching to feel important.
Not that important, clearly. You're clearly fond of plants.
Not at first. Your average shrub isn't much use to the corporations. They're vicious organisms in their own way, plants. But at least they're quiet about it.
I read there's plants on Monarch that eat people. Nothing quiet about eating folks, if you ask me.
Tell me anything about the asteroid itself?
Not much, to be honest. Spent most of my time inside the facility. Having a tediously protracted nervous breakdown. The biome's been irreversibly tampered with at this point, so I'd say be prepared for anything.
Alright.
Yeah. I'll make sure the auto mechanicals don't bother you on the way out.
I can't ask her again. I wanted to see if I could ask her again about... But I've taken Adrena time. I don't think I actually have. Not deliberately anyway, but... You know. Feels like an important piece of information that that hasn't been brought up yet. But anyway. Alright, now I gotta talk to Jasper Lowe, and then I'll head back to... back to Gorgon. Bye guys, you're about to get the fuck fired out of you. I feel like she wasn't happy seeing me.